Okay, guys, let me know you can hear me and you can see the screen. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see the screen and you can hear me. Okay, thanks. I've got 2 screens here, that's why I keep looking over there. Thanks, Dennis. All right, I don't know how many people are here, but we did email Stephanie's email list and mine. So Jerry's here, Dennis here. All right. I think both of you are already in the Fight Back Traffic Systems Premium. So part of this is not really going to be relevant to you as far as some of the stuff that we're going to cover about what is possible now, but stick with it because it's got some good information as well. It's got some new information, and we've got some really good training coming up in the next couple of days as well. Okay, so Tom is here, and let's see. We'll carry on anyway. I expect more people will start to come in. I had to change the time. I was going to do this last night, my time, but I was getting really tired, and plus I was going round in circles trying to get things done with a lot of distractions, and it was just getting to the point where I thought, no, this is better to put back until tomorrow morning so that we could do this properly, because this is something that has really changed the way that we do, or the way we will be doing marketing in future. This changed everything for me. Okay, and what I'm talking about specifically is being able to build tools just with prompting. Okay, even last week I was saying prompting in FTP. Now I'm saying just with prompting, we can actually deploy apps without having to touch any code. Okay, without having to understand how to put a registration system, a database, all that kind of stuff. Everything is done with prompting. Okay, and I'm going to show you the benefits of that for you. Okay, and I'll show you some examples that is working for us as well. Now, there is going to be an offer at the end of this session. Okay, if you're already in the Fight Back Traffic Systems Premium, you already have it. You do not need to buy this. Okay, repeat, you do not need to buy this. What I don't want is people buying something. This happens quite a lot, and realizing they've already got it and then asking for refund, which puts the refund rates on the conversion stats up, and you know, that's just annoying. So if you're in the Fight Back Traffic Systems Premium, you do not need to buy this. Okay, this is kind of a soft sales webinar. Okay, but I want to show you what's possible. I really do want to show you what's possible, because things are changing so fast with AI. It's really hard to keep up, but it's changing as well for the way that we're going to be doing marketing, and this is going to affect everybody. Okay, last week Sam Altman and Johnny Ives, or whatever his name is, they're talking about non-wearable tech that can understand your environment. Just think how that's going to change advertising. Okay, something non-wearable, whatever that may be, that will understand your environment, and that means that it can pick up clothes that people are wearing, stuff that is in shop windows, train times, all that kind of stuff. There's even weather boards. Okay, these billboard things that tells you the weather, that is doing specific advertising based on the weather, all AI powered. Okay, advertising is going to completely change. Okay, not to mention what's happening with the organic traffic stuff is volatile. It really is volatile. For search engine optimization, you get an algorithm comes out from Google, then you get another algorithm comes out from Google. They seem to conflict with each other and affect people in different ways. The SEO people don't know if they're coming or going. Social media is changing. Okay, a lot of people are jumping from social media into places like Substack because it's not based on algorithm, it's based on the quality of the content. Okay, there's lots of different changes happening. So what can we do, and how can we take advantage of what's happening right now? Well, one of the things that I discovered in the past few weeks, probably about 4, 5, 6 weeks, I haven't even been out much since I discovered this, is how we can build tools And I'm talking about high quality tools just with prompting, and deploy them just with prompting. And the only thing that I did need to do apart from prompting was to go into Namecheap. And when I went into Namecheap, basically what I did was, see if I can find it over here. What I did was add the A records to be able to put my own domain in here. Okay. Now, if I just click in here to log in, for example, I'm going to give you some examples of what we can do. All of this stuff here, I don't know how to do that. I don't know code. I could not learn code even if I wanted to, because I simply cannot type. Okay, so it would be impossible for me to learn code. Okay, but all this kind of stuff happens immediately. Look at this back end in here. Okay, if I go into the admin panel here, which is only available for me, you can see that I can see all the subscribers, all the users that we shared the link yesterday within the WhatsApp group. And the benefits are that I put them on a credit system. So we got trial, we got active. Okay, so the people that got it as bonus, they get active, and the people that just got the link and came in to see what this tool was, well, they've got no credits, but I can give them some trial credits if I want. Again, no coding, absolutely no coding. Does this look professional to you? I mean, this is seriously quality tools being built. I can manage the users, and I can basically upgrade people from user to admin or membership to free to premium, make them active, and I can give them some credits. Okay, I don't know how to build that. If I was to code that, if I was to even hire a developer to be able to do this, this would take at least 3 or 4 weeks. In fact, this is kind of similar to the mini site content pilot. That took probably about 2 months. Okay, what took 2 months? I did this in 1 day. Okay, 1 day. That's all it took, just by prompting. Okay, this is crazy stuff. Now, if you're in the premium Fightback traffic systems, we got 2 webinars coming up. I'm going to show you exactly how we build like this. Okay, so don't worry, you're not missing out on anything. You're going to get the whole workflow on how we do this. But what is the real benefits of this? Okay, so what I decided to do a few days ago, I saw there was a big major product launch coming up, AdvertMate from Luke McGuire and Simon Harries. And I'm going to be honest, I approached this with a case study mindset. Okay, I was not expecting to be anywhere high in the leaderboard, but I could have been much higher if I wanted to. And I did the promotions with just a few emails. I think there was about 4 or 5 emails max went out. In fact, it might even have been 4. Okay, and the only time I mentioned AdvertMate, you can see here, but only AdvertMate buyers through my link get access, and it all closes when the launch ends. Okay, now they put initially the launch was ending on 27th. Okay, I sent an email out on the 26th, which would have been the 25th America time, because I'm like 12 or 11 or 12 hours ahead of New York. I'm here in Thailand. So I probably sent this out about 25th. I'm guessing. I can't remember exactly. And this is me mentioning AdvertMate. Everything else is about the bonus. Okay, everything else is about the bonus. This is how we monetize. Okay, we don't have to do it like this. This is not the way I would do it. If I really wanted to make a bigger impact in that product launch, I would have done it completely different. But I needed to be able to get a case study showing the power of bonuses and being able to build bonuses that nobody else has got. Okay, if you look at the way people are promoting, they're still promoting too many bonuses, which are not relevant to the product. Okay, I did that here, but in a different way. Okay, there's still some of them are promoting, crappy bonuses that are just not congruent, but also they're like PLR level. They're really poor quality. Okay, They've got no value whatsoever. They don't fit the product they're promoting. There's no missing piece. So for example, what we do when we're doing a proper promotion is we'll see a product and we'll try and figure out what is the missing piece. What do people need to be able to make that purchase work even better, more effective, more efficient? In the case of AdvertMate, it could have been something simple like a landing page builder. Could I build a landing page builder with AI? Yes. Probably within an hour, it would take within an hour to create a high quality landing page builder tool. Okay, so you could give that away. That's, you know, the benefits of being able to do this. Even if you're not doing this for promotions, even if you've got a business, you can create your own tools based around your own business that can help people. Okay, how to do something, a DIY section or whatever it might be, so you get people come to your site and come back to your site. Okay, you can use these for traffic tools, tools that attract traffic and tools that bring traffic back into your website as well. Okay, there's really powerful stuff. Okay, again, another email I sent out. This is it. This is the only time I'm mentioning AdvertMate. Okay, simple little thing like that, and it was deliberate. Okay, let's go and have a look at the results that we got. Okay, this is after the promotion. I did not promote. I probably promoted less than half emails sent out than what I would normally do. Okay, especially when I hit the leaderboard. Usually I would, you know, ramp up things at that point, improve the bonuses. I could have done videos on the bonuses, which would have increased sales. Okay, I could have, instead of offering all those different choices, which kind of mentally paralyzes people because they got too much choice. I knew what I was doing when I was doing it, but I could have just chosen a really good front end bonus and a really good bonus if they purchased an upsell. Okay, that would have doubled the sales, absolutely doubled the sales. But in the end, I still managed to do 92 sales. We could easily have doubled that, and still managed to make $2,600, $1 short of $2,600 on the promotion. Okay, that could easily have been a $5,000 promotion, plus there would have been prize money. I think I did qualify for about $500 in prize money for this one, but that could easily have been, you know, an $8,000–9,000 lunch. Now, why did I not push it? Because I wasn't doing this for the leaderboard stuff. I was doing this just as a case study. I wanted to learn as well what happens if you promote something based on just bonuses. Only bonuses. You're focused only on you're not selling the product that you're promoting. You're selling the bonus. Okay, and I wanted to show the power of that, and the power of that is here. We've got 92 sales, and we've probably got about $3,500 or $3,600 because I do have some prize money to come for that. We finished high enough up the leaderboard that I think I qualify for $500. Now, 2 days out, I noticed that they added an extra day, and that kind of pissed me off. Okay, because we were not told that before, and the way I was structuring the close was for the last day promotion. Okay, I had 3 emails I was going to send out last day promotion. It was going to come with videos. Okay, I was going to do that final day push so that I could use that as a case study. But when they put that back to the 28th, I was pretty pissed off because it messed up everything. Okay, all my plans, everything. I thought, okay, that's it, we're done. And anybody who purchases after the 27th, you cannot get any bonuses. I did a video about it, and I did some kind of demonstration as well for one of the tools that I had built. Okay, and I just clearly told people after the 27th it closes when it was supposed to close. Okay, so that's why I didn't do the close. That's why I didn't push it in the end. And I think I went from 4th or 5th place down to 7th or 8th because I didn't do that push. But this could easily have been double with a proper affiliate promotion. Now, why am I telling you this? Because what we're doing here with this system, I'm calling Unshackled. Okay, this is a system that is going to cover how to build tools, how to ship them. Okay, low ticket, put them into places like Warrior Plus and JVisa. How to set them up, how to get attention on your offers, how to be able to drive thousands of dollars from those low ticket products And then the really important part, okay, this is where people do not understand. Even when I shipped my first product back in 2011, I didn't understand this part. Your email list, that is a digital ATM machine, okay? That is literally a digital ATM machine. And when you send an email promoting something, you expect to make sales and you expect to be able to make money. The only question is, you know, how much am I going to make? Well, that comes down to being able to do the promotions properly. This is what we're going to be covering, okay? And, you know, the whole thing from start to finish is one of the easiest ways ever to make money online. It's never, ever been easier, okay? While everybody else is fighting for the SEO stuff and the advertising scraps and all that kind of stuff, you can focus on this. And let me tell you, everybody can become a creator now. Absolutely everybody, okay? And it's happening. There's a whole bunch of people. There's a whole bunch of startups. There's a whole bunch of solo people just creating tools. They're getting onto social media, telling people about the tools. They're selling the tools, and they're making some impact and making some money, okay? And it's so much simpler now, but you need to get a first mover advantage. What they don't know is where to get the traffic, okay? What they don't know is how to make money with them on a consistent basis. What they don't have is a strategy, a workflow to be able to move from idea and even where to get the ideas all the way through to building a buyers list that you keep building up so that your digital ATM gets bigger and bigger and bigger every time you release one of these tools, okay? That is the goal, okay? So what I'm doing is I'm going to give you an offer to join what was initially called the Fight Back Traffic Systems Premium, okay? This is a premium group, and I'm going to teach you everything, okay? We've already got most of the first month available inside the membership area, but we got some more training coming up. And the cool thing is, as I progress with this stuff, as I'm able to go and build tools to this level now, I'm going to teach you exactly how to do it, okay? Exactly how to do this. This is a pro level tool just from prompting, okay? And I'm going to teach you how to do that. When there's something new, I will go and make either a live stream or a video or put some resources within the member area, and you will get access to those as well. So as I'm progressing, even though we're moving now from month 1 into month 2, I will go back into month 1 if I've got something better to add there, okay? It's not just, oh, great, month 1 is finished, let's do month 2. It's a journey, okay? This is a journey. It's not a course. It's a journey, how we can go from scratch all the way up to making money on a regular basis, on a daily basis, okay? That's how powerful this is. And if you don't move now, other people are going to be moving, and you're just going to be consuming their products, okay? Instead of producing products that are aimed at people that are the consumers, okay? There's tons of them. If you look at Warrior Plus, I was in there today, I was playing around with the little tool that I had built. I just copy this. And when I was in there today, if I can find that tool, just see if I've got it here. Yeah, I got it here. If I just copy and paste everything from that Warrior Plus page, that's the offers page, and I analyze the data in here, again, no code tool. This took me probably less than 1 hour to make. I can go and find the offers that are selling well, that have got the high conversion rate. But look at how many salespeople are making. You know, 500. It's not uncommon in Warrior Plus to see a whole bunch of, you know, vendors making 2,000 plus sales. But let me tell you, 2,000 plus sales is not going to happen every single time, okay? But you don't need it to either. The whole thing from start to finish is building. It's building blocks. You release one, you get support from me and from Stephanie if it fits our list, okay? And if you listen to us when it comes to the product creation side, because we know what we are doing, and especially when it comes to the affiliate marketing side, because we really do know what we're doing, okay? So as you start to sell, if you can get even 100 sales on the first offer that you put out, which will happen if me and Stephanie promote, right? That means you're probably going to have, you know, at least 50 plus buyers. You're going to have in the bank at least $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 profit just from the first release. The good news is the whole thing is step by step. The whole thing is a system. The whole thing is really easy. And we are always tweaking and improving because nothing ever stands still. It's always an evolution, always. Okay, the whole thing, the whole marketing journey, it should be an evolution. There is no paint by numbers. Okay, there are things that we can do that are set in stone, but they can be improved, and they should be improved. They should be tested and tweaked and improved all the time. As we're finding stuff out, we put it into the membership area. So we find stuff out, we put it, we you know, create a live stream or a webinar for members. Okay, and as we start to progress, you start to progress because you get the benefit of all of our testing. Okay, you get the benefit of all of our case studies. You get the benefit of all the stuff that we already know that you don't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff you don't know that you just don't know that you don't know. Okay, simple things that you would probably overlook that takes years of, you know, being in the game, doing this kind of stuff on a daily basis, and, you know, just picking things up. What worked, what didn't work, why it worked, why it didn't work. All of that kind of thing happens every single day. It's always a journey. It's always an evolution. That is, you know, the way that, you know, it should be done. Now, I see some well-known product creators from places like Warrior Plus and JVZoo, more so on Warrior Plus, who to me look like they are stuck. Okay, they are stuck with thinking they've already got successful. Okay, thinking that they already know enough, thinking that they already have got, you know, a big name, big reputation that they just release and they can make money. True to a point. I see too many of them not trying to progress. I see too many of them that have got me focused. So they are just focused on what they can do, what they can get. I look at the quality of their products. They're substandard. And they're releasing it because they know that people will buy it. They're putting blind copy on the sales pages so people don't actually know what it is until they buy them. And when you get to the product, you could have found all that out on Twitter or YouTube for nothing, and to a better quality as well. You could have found out what's actually working now. How many times have I seen Parasite SEO pop up on these platforms? Okay, there's nothing new. Nobody's teaching anything new, and they're selling it with the blind copy like it's the next big thing. And people are buying it, the consumers are buying it, while the creators are shipping substandard products. This is where you can make a difference. Okay, you and I, Stephanie, everybody can make a difference by being better than that. Okay, by creating things that are actually useful to people, by creating things that people will use and they will get a real benefit from, and always looking to progress and up again. That's what the Fight Back Traffic Systems Premium is about. It's not just a system, how do we make money, but how we go on a journey that is a journey of progression from start all the way up. There is no finish. Okay, there's no start, no end. What we are doing though, month one was about product creation. We're now going into month two. I think actually some people have paid the second month. So, you know, we've still got new things to add into month one because I just discovered how to do this about 3 days ago. Okay, so there's a couple of webinars coming up this weekend teaching you how to do this. Okay, exactly like this, where it can be really high quality. Month two is how to get it onto Warrior Plus or JVZoo and how to go and make money. And I'm talking about building a buyers list, 50 plus, 100 plus, 200 plus people. Okay, if you've got an email list of more than 200 people, you can make a full-time living. Honestly, you can make a full-time living. In fact, Stephanie has got a tiny email list. She's only got 2,000 people on her email list. Let me show you something that is real. And this is following the stuff that I teach. Okay, this is following the stuff that I teach. Let me just grab this link here because it doesn't seem clickable in the editor here. It's going to click up here. and I'll show you some results. And to me, this is astounding. Okay, I asked her last night, can you please put together some slides where it shows you on the leaderboard? Okay, this one here had 500 sales. Stephanie finished second. Okay, she has an email list of 2,000 people. 2,000, that's all. She will regularly make 100 plus sales on a product launch. Okay, let's see, we've got some more here. If I can figure out how to move this forward. Okay, here's another one, second place again. Okay, here's another one, which is top place here. Okay, and she's getting a competition prize money, affiliate competition prize money. Here's another one. This one had 250 sales. Now look at the names here. These are well-known names. They've got email lists probably about 30, 40, maybe even 50 or 100,000, some of these guys. James Renniff must have probably about 50 at least. Max probably about 30, I would imagine. Stephanie's got 2,000, okay? That's the power of this system. Here's one that I won a few weeks ago. Got $4,000 first prize. And look, this is against teams. How do we do it? Bonus. The bonus made a difference. Congruent bonus made the difference. Okay, this one's got 1,000 plus sales. She finished top. Okay, on top of these, even teams in here that have got probably about 50,000 email lists between them. This is the difference. This is the difference between what I teach and what other people teach, because a lot of people teach stuff, but when you look on the leaderboards, they're not really there. Okay, they are not there. There's people charging $1,000 to teach affiliate marketing, and they can, they can rarely get in the top 3 of a leaderboard. We do it consistently. Okay, this again, second place. Okay, let's see another one, first place. This one, she's in third place. This one, top, first, second, third, second, and it goes on. That, this will continue. She has a formula, okay? She has some principles that she follows to be able to make that happen. That's what's going to be in month 3, okay? So what I've done, I was going to put this together as like a one-time deal called the digital ATM system. But I realized that not everybody wants to get into the affiliate marketing stuff. Not everybody wants to sell on Warrior Plus and JVZoo. So what I've done is I've broken it down into just monthly, okay? Instead of doing that, I will go into the webinar circuit though, and I will be selling this as a 3-month access, okay? 3 months being 12 weeks. And I will be selling it at $997 on webinars, okay? Right now, you can get in on the premium membership. You can stay for month 1, learn how to build the tools for just $97 and get out. If you want to, you can cancel, leave anytime. If you want to learn how to sell them, then you need to pay for month 2. And then you can learn enough there. If you want to cancel, you can get out. Okay, you can just cancel, get out, you've got your information. If you want to learn how to win contests, get on leaderboards, how to do affiliate marketing properly, okay, then you can stay for month 3 and continue beyond that as well, because after this we'll begin into things like AI agents, stuff that you can sell to other people, businesses, etc., or just build for yourself, which is what I will be doing. Okay, AI agents, just think of them as no-code tools that you built just for yourself, that work in a workflow, that do things from start to finish. Okay, create videos, post the videos on social media, track what's working, make a list of the analytics of the videos that did best, for example, so that you should make more of those videos like that on that topic, that kind of stuff. That is, typical of what we can do with AI agents. Okay, now I'm not there yet myself with that one. Okay, I'm not there myself to understand AI agents to go and teach it like today or tomorrow, but by the time we get into that, I'm progressing. Okay, and I'm testing and I'm working on stuff, and I'm learning stuff that I'm just passing on to you. Okay, and from the mistakes that I make as well. Okay, let me give you an example of mistakes. Manus, absolute nightmare. Look at all the tools I tried to build in here. Absolute nightmare. I spent hundreds of dollars in here, even though the membership was less than $50 a month. I spent hundreds. probably close to $1,000, trying to build tools, and it keeps going round and round in circles. Same errors, please fix it. Same error, please fix it. And it charges you for every message, okay? And it charges you even when you have to transition from an old chat to a new chat because you run out of capacity, okay? And then the nightmare of all nightmares, Replit.com, okay? Replit.com, oh my God. Magic affiliate, I tried to build it in here. It looked fantastic, but have a look at this, okay? This is real, okay? This is real. Have a look at this. I can get down the bottom down here. And you'll see why you need someone to show you how to do this, okay? Here's what I recommend, okay? I complained, okay? I completely understand your frustration and the pressure you're under, okay? Here's what I recommend. Use proven no-code tools. This is a tool that's got tens of thousands of members that markets itself as a proven no-code tool, but it couldn't do. Do you know what it could not do? It could not set up a registration with Google authorization, like I showed you in the first tool that I shared with you. Okay, you can waste a lot of money. More importantly, you can get really frustrated. You can start to feel like nothing is working. Okay, you can start to feel that you're wasting your time. You're spinning your wheels. These tools cannot do what they're supposed to do. And, you know, sometimes they really cannot. Okay, you need to know which ones are working and how to use the ones that are working and which ones to avoid. Okay, so that you can avoid the stuff that I avoided. This one, Manus, it wanted me to transition from an old chat to a new chat. And I think I got something like 3,900 credits for my monthly subscription, but you can always top up. You can buy more credits. You can go and buy another 4,000 credits, etc. For one transition from an old chat to a new chat, it wanted to charge me 2,500 credits. Okay, that's when I stopped using that. I thought, no, that's almost, you know, a month's credits just to switch over. It's not even about the credits. It's about the repetitiveness of things breaking that eventually got me to get this tool to admit that I should go and use proven no-code tools because it could not do the job. Simple job, add a registration. You would think a tool like this that markets itself for being a no-code tool friendly for beginners, and it would have templates because it specializes in deploying the applications for you. Okay, so you don't even have to deploy. It will do it all for you. It will put it on the server. You just go and get your domain name and you connect your domain via A records or C records or whatever it's called. Okay, you would think that they would have templates that work, that just plain work. That they, you know, would you like to add a registration? Click a button, it's done. I spent 4 hours just trying to get that working before we got to that point here. Okay. You want to be able to avoid all that kind of stuff, which is what's going to happen, okay, within this digital ATM system. Okay, so if you want to learn to build tools like this, you really need to jump in and get this now. Okay, you really need to jump in and get this now. Now, I showed you the affiliate offer tool. I did a video of this tool here, the affiliate traffic commando, which is now called Magic Traffic Commando. And I showed on the videos, it was 2 live streams, that it was creating content, that it was posting content, the content was getting published into WordPress. Then I found a better way to do it. Okay, I found a better way so that we can make it look really professional. Okay, this is pro level now. That is functional level. This is pro level. This makes it look like a developer has built it. In fact, if a developer built this tool, it would have taken weeks. It would have cost me thousands of dollars, and there would have been a lot of back and forth. Okay, here's the difference from what we're doing compared to developers. Developers are flaky. They're human beings. Okay, they don't give a crap about tech support. They don't give a crap about customers. Okay, some of them will ghost you for a long time. Okay, when you need them, they don't understand marketing. If you want something done and you have to explain it to them, you have to explain it in a way that they can understand it. Okay, they're not marketers. They're developers, they're coders. They sit in and, you know, play with the ones and zeros all day. Okay, These people do not understand marketing. AI understands marketing. You can make really good marketing tools because AI is there to assist you. AI can help you develop ideas as well, especially ChatGPT. You can put a simple prompt into ChatGPT and tell it what you want to build. It will grasp that concept immediately, absolutely immediately. And then you've got the prototype to be able to take further, take to this level, put it onto Warrior Plus, JVZoo, or social media, or sell to clients or whatever you want to do, and you're making money, okay? And you don't have any of the pain. I don't know if you ever tried to hire a programmer developer before on places like Upwork, even on Fiverr.com now. You get a lot of automated responses. Dear sir, I can do this, I'm the best. Things like that. And you've got to sift through all this. It takes hours, hours and hours and hours. And they don't even understand marketing, which is obvious, okay? And then when you sort of whittle it down to maybe the top 3, 4, 5, you still don't know who can do it, okay? How many times I've hired developers only to find out they couldn't do what they said they could do. Time wasted to delivering stuff, you're testing stuff, you can tell that they haven't tested it. And it goes round and round. It's really frustrating, and it's costing money as well, because you've got to pay these money, you've got to pay these people money up front, thousands of dollars. That was the old way. You know, we're not going to do that anymore. And those people are going to be suffering now, because more people are able to go and do this and build them themselves to this kind of standard. Okay, even if you come in just for 1 month to learn this, that is a major thing to learn, to be able to deploy apps like this in a day, high quality, and even better, how to get ideas for them, that you never run out of ideas, how to get them, okay? Which I'm going to be covering in depth this weekend, okay, as well as the new way to build the tools. I'm going to go back into the ideas part, because this is what I see within the group where people are getting stuck, okay? In simple terms, we're going to curate other people's expertise into tools, okay? Very quick, very easy, simple to do. You can never run out of ideas if you do this properly, okay? And plus, I'm going to give a couple of tools to help with that as well, okay, that I've built sort of privately behind the scenes. So I think I'll check on the questions now, if I can just find my tab up here. Okay, we are. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to share this. If you want to come in, if you want to join this membership, okay, it's $97 a month. You can click on this button here. Just scroll down to the last slide, click on this button here. I'm going to share this document with you. This document was supposed to be like webinar slides, and I can never work with slides, so it's worth reading. It's got some good information in there for you to be able to, you know, see some different perspective of how things were before and how things are now, and what we can do with this, okay? But as we go into month 3, month 4, we're starting to ramp up. We've already gone past the stage of how to build the tools. We've already gone past the stage of how to sell the tools. We're now into what I call, you know, the true digital ATM system, which is building a buyers list and making money every single day, every day, from affiliate promotions, okay? The tools are to build your list. Your list is where you're making the money, okay? So what we want to do is we want to have a system, or you want to be able to follow the workflow that I put in place for a system that lets you sell as many front-end products as possible, so that you get buyers onto your email list. And those buyers that come into your email list, that's your traffic source. SEO algorithms cannot affect it, okay? Social media changes cannot affect it. This is your traffic source. This is a traffic source that you control. And plus, I'm going to show you how you can do affiliate marketing better than most affiliate marketers, even some who you might think are household names. And when I look at their promotions, I think, geez, really? People are doing that? You need to understand how you can stand above them, how you can serve those people on your email list much better, how you can give them a better experience, okay? If you can do that, you're going to make more sales. That's how Stephanie is able to make 100+ sales when she's doing promotions and outsell people with lists 20, 25 times bigger than hers. Okay. Some people on those lists, 50,000 email lists. Some people on those contests, 50,000 email lists. She's got a tiny 2,000 email list. This is the difference. Okay. This is what I call the digital ATM machine. Okay. So if you want to jump in, you need to jump in quick. I'm keeping this open only for 72 hours. And the reason for that is because I'm going to close it. I've got a webinar coming up next week. I'm going to be selling this at $997 next week. Okay. So if you want to jump in, this is the time to do it. And we have sent to Stephanie's list. We have sent to my email list. And this is only for an internal promotion for our lists. And Stephanie is involved. What you're going to get is workshops every month. And from the workshop, Stephanie is going to make short, concise videos, okay, of the steps that I teach for the systems, okay? So month one, I taught how we can build no-code tools in a few minutes. And I also did a separate video for that. So I taught it live on the webinar. I built a tool live in the webinar. And plus I did a separate video. And then Stephanie went and built a tool. She recorded step-by-step in several small videos, so it's easier to consume, okay? So the two of us are working on this, okay? Stephanie's in the background, working in the background as well. She will never do webinars, but she will do videos, okay? And that means that, you know, you've got the best of both worlds, because I tend to go into the details, the strategy, the why, and what's working, and, you know, the case studies. Stephanie will just keep it simple for you as well. Just the steps, okay? You didn't understand something, you will find a short video, 2 minutes, 3 minutes long, that you can just go and rewatch at 2x speed, and within a minute and a half you understand how to do it. Okay, that's the system we put in place for this as we deliver it month after month after month. But as I mentioned before, if we can coming into month 2 now and we've just discovered something really good about month 1, I will go back into month 1 and say, hi guys, we got something new. You need to learn this for month 1. Okay, you need to learn this new way to do it. But one thing you need to be aware of, we are not doing refunds on this. Okay, so if you are thinking you'll get the information, great. You might be thinking, okay, then after I've got the information, I can get a refund. It's not going to happen. Okay, we're not doing refunds for this. This stuff is too valuable, way too valuable. No refunds. If you're going to come in, better that you're not a serial refunder, because you'll get blocked. You'll never be able to buy from us again. And, you know, this stuff is stuff that you should be using, not just soaking up. The difference between what many people are doing now is they're consuming products, they're soaking up information, they're taking no action. You are, you know, the target audience for people who are creators. It's time to move from a consumer to creator. And I'm going to show you how you can do this in a very, very simple way. You don't even need to have your own ideas. I'm going to show you how you can do this, how you can create ideas, how you can get ideas without even having to be your own ideas, where you can curate someone else's expertise into a tool. This is curation in 2025. Okay, this is how we can do it. We can build high quality tools. I've done it multiple times. In the past few weeks, I've ramped that up as well. I think I've been doing this no-code stuff about 6-7 weeks. I've probably got about 30 tools built, and all of them are going to be now transformed into the standard that I showed you for this sort of auto blogging tool that we got here. Okay, making an auto blog tool in one day. How crazy is that? Do you think you can make money if you're able to do that? If you have the system in place, teaching you how to put it into Warrior Plus, how to get how to attract attention on your offer. Of course you could. Okay, if you're building tools that fit our list, you automatically will get support from me and Stephanie. Okay, you can make a lot of money from this. You can start to build, you know, a different lifestyle if you get it, if you understand. Look, don't mean get the product. I mean, if you grasp it. Okay, if you can grasp what we're doing, and you start playing the game the correct way, the right way, by following some core principles that must be in place all the way from start to finish, all the way, especially in affiliate promotions, then you can make a lot of money where you've got money coming in every day, you can quit your job. Now, I'm not going to make this like quit your job kind of product. It's not because I don't believe that it isn't. It's because it's been overused. Okay. I'm far more progressive than that. It's a journey. It's not just, well, quit your job, change your lifestyle. Okay. It's a lot more than that. It's fun as well. This stuff is really fun. I can sit here till 3, 4 in the morning and get up at 7 o'clock in the morning, or I can work till 2 o'clock in the morning, get up at 3 or 4 in the morning, and I'm energized. Okay. I'm having fun building this stuff. I'm having fun thinking, how am I going to get these out? I'm having fun thinking, okay, well, who can we teach this to? Who can we, try and change from being a consumer, feeling stuck and spinning the wheels? When I first started internet marketing, I was married, and she got really frustrated with me. I was a consumer. I was soaking up information, so much information. And, I would get irritated when I would see her watching some reality show on the TV, and I had the headphones on for hours and hours and hours learning stuff all day long. Okay. From creators that are really big names now, but at the time they were quite small. Okay. I was following people like Russell Brunson and a whole bunch of people that you know as household names within marketing circles now. They were not so big then. Okay. They were just coming through at that, but I was listening to all these guys way back, and I would sit there listening for hours and hours and hours, and I would keep buying stuff. I kept buying stuff all the time. I was just a total consumer. Okay. I was never, ever going to be able to make money easily because I could not focus on doing one thing to the point of getting it successful, to the point of making money, to the point of going on a journey with that successful strategy to make it better, to improve it, to make more profits, etc. Okay. You're just stuck in a endless spin of, this tool is coming out, it does this, great, it's a content creator, it's an auto blogger, it's this, it's that, and you're buying stuff. Are you using them? Are you? Probably not. Probably not. You're just spinning and spending, and it probably is causing aggravation within, between you and the people you're closest to, and that's not worth it. That really is not worth it. Okay, that can come back and bite you, and it can hurt you, in the long run, as it did to me. I ended up getting divorced. So I ended up in Thailand. I came over here, and everything changed when I came over here, because it was just like, oh wow, completely different environment, and everything before disappeared. It was a new start. It was great. But how did I manage to do that? Because I had an email list that I knew that I could generate at least $200 a day. Okay. At that time, I knew I could generate at least $200 a day, which is $1,400 in a week. Okay. Which is nearly $5,000 in a month. Money in my pocket. Come to a place like Thailand, you can live really well for that. Okay. You got no real overheads, pay for an apartment, $200-300 a month. You got a nice lifestyle. Okay. And that's the difference it can make by understanding how to do this, and stop being the consumer and start being the producer. If you start becoming the producer, there's tons of consumers out there who want this stuff in the internet marketing niche. Absolutely tons of them. And there's more coming in every day as well, which a lot of people overlook. And now, if you have a system that you can build these kind of products that you can use to build a buyer's list, and then later you can build similar products that you can use as bonuses, and I showed you the bonus case study, this stuff works. This stuff just plain works. Okay. Once you start to build that list and you start to put tools like this as bonuses, you can expect as well to go and make 50, 80, 100 sales. Okay. You can expect to go and make thousands of dollars, and plus get contest prize money. If you want to just build it for yourself, you can build for yourself. Okay. Some of this stuff, some of these tools, I built 5 in one day at one time. And as I tried to progress and do them a little bit more, I won't say complicated, but just a little bit better standards, then, it can take a little bit longer. but that's the benefit that you get if you come in now. Okay. And the offer is only open for 72 hours. Okay. Maurice, tried Lovable. These tools, oh, I don't even know how to describe the frustration I felt with some of these tools. They look good and they're marketed for people who don't have any coding experience, but then they will give you snippets of code, especially if you're using in ChatGPT or Claude. They will give you snippets of code and tell you to go and replace the code, and you don't even know where you're looking. Okay, this way you don't have to do it. I've got a new way to do it. It's completely different. Okay, it's much better. We're still using parts of what we did in the first month workflow that you understand so far, but there's a way to take it further. Okay, I did tell you in the group things are getting wild, and this is what I was talking about. Things were getting wild, that we're able to go and do stuff like this. This tool reminds me of mini site content pilot and traffic thief as well, but built in a day. Okay, some of the things that you find in here that you're able to do, for example, if I want to add users and stuff, I've got all this built in. How long do you think it would take a developer to build that out? You know, that's a few hours work, even for an experienced developer. You're able to do it with just prompts, not understanding code at all. And then you can put the credit system can stop people who are unauthorized accessing your tools. Okay, that credit system, you can give people a trial, or you can, you know, just set people at 0 credits and give credits to the people who should get them. And nobody's, you know, taking your tools. Nobody's taking your tools. This one, for example, this is the old way. Okay, this is the old way that I did it, which was the new way 2 weeks ago. Okay, this is how fast we're progressing. This is on the URL. Okay, I'm going to give you this. You can play around with this. I'm going to probably put this onto my website in the menu bar for people to use. Okay, why am I doing that? Because I'm building a better version. I'm building a 10x better version. In here, you can see we're getting a lot more details. Okay, we're going deeper with the analysis. So if you ask for that one that I just shared as a bonus for AdvertMate, don't worry, you're going to get a better version in a couple of days. Okay, once I've got this one right. Okay, so as we're building this out, it gets better and better. I can ask it to add more stuff. And the thing, if you're using something like ChatGPT and it's building the no-code tools for you, at some point it breaks because you're asking it to do too much for the type of tool it is. These are proper web apps. Okay, so we can move from the simple one-task tools that we were doing just 2 weeks ago into more complex tools. We can actually do that now with logins, with security, with databases, with member dashboards, all that kind of stuff, just by prompting. Okay, that's the difference. That's a major breakthrough. But it still has some nuances. It still has some things that you need to be aware of. And I'm still learning some stuff myself with it, but that's okay. It's a journey. It's a progression. Yeah, testing the bonuses. I had to do it. It had to be done. It really had to be done. More so for the webinars that I will be doing on the webinar circuit. Because when I go into the webinar circuit, it's an audience that's not familiar with me. Okay. Because I don't do as many launches as what I did when I was first coming through a few years ago. So there's a lot of people, a lot of new people, don't even know who I am, which is, you know, I'm fine with that. I'm not here for to drink the Kool-Aid. I love the journey, guys. I love this internet marketing stuff. And if you're part of the group, you will get that vibe. You will know that this is true. And that's the beauty of having that community, that hoping that some of that rubs off into people, where you can see how internet marketing isn't all about this blind copy and buy this and that content tool. It's way beyond that, way beyond that. Internet marketing is a journey, but you still need to be able to monetize, to be able to keep going on that journey and be comfortable doing it and be able to have real fun doing it. This is the quickest, easiest way to do it. Okay, it's super simple, really super simple. And now that we can build tools like pro level tools, you know, things have changed. And there's so many possibilities, okay? And there's so many creators out there now jumping into this kind of thing. There's going to be a whole bunch of new people emerging, and I think it's great, as long as they're doing good tools, as long as they've got good principles on the way that they build and the way they treat the people they're building for and the way that they promote to the email list, which is what I want to teach. Okay, but I've proven this stuff can be done. You just need to look at Stephanie's results to see, you know, how well she's doing. Not a single headline, not a single email swipe goes out without me checking it. It's not that I'm hovering over her, is that she keeps coming to me. Even when I'm doing stuff, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, you know, I want to do something. Can you check this headline? Can you check that? Okay, can you give me a new sub headline for this or that? That is, you know, up to her, and I'm never going to say no, because not just because she's my daughter, because she is trying and she's putting the work in, which is really important. She put the work in, she quit her job, and then she studied this. She quit her job, she came to Thailand. I taught her how to do this stuff, and you know, it's just over a year later. It's about 15 months or 16 months now, and by that time she's won probably about 15 affiliate contests, and you know, she started to establish herself. Okay, so this is real stuff, but it was built on principles, core principles. How do we promote? Okay, how do we find the missing piece? How do we actually stand out from the other people who are emailing, who haven't even checked out the product? They're just grabbing the email swipes from a JV page, putting it into ChatGPT, and they're emailing with words like harvest and leverage and all those really common words, revolutionize. You can tell something's written by ChatGPT straight away. Okay, that's what they're sending you. And that's not marketing. That's not even fun. Come on, that's not even fun. If you understand the principles about how to put these together, when it does come together and you start to see the results, that's where the fun kicks in. When you see results, when you think that worked, okay, and you're going to use that next time, but you're going to try something else to add on to it to make it better, and that worked. That's fun. That's a journey. That is a real journey. There's no start to finish course ever. There should never be. It's an evolution. It's always an evolution. I've been doing this since 2011, 2012. Okay, I'm saying 2012 because I didn't even start using my email list until late in 2011. And then I started to realize, hey, I can make money every day doing this. Okay, I made mistakes, a lot of mistakes. Mistakes that I make sure that Stephanie cannot make. And I will make sure that you cannot make as well. Okay, so you can learn from that experience. Let's see what else. Okay, you'd love to see how to create that AI content creation app. You can. Okay, I'm going to be teaching that this weekend. Okay, so how many different AIs do you use to do this? I play around between 3 or 4 different sort of. No, that's incorrect. Okay, I will use Claude. I will use ChatGPT. Okay, and I will start building from there, and then I will go into another platform to polish it. Okay, that's the simplest way I can put this. Okay, to be able to go and do this. This is where we can take things to a whole new level. But you got to understand the workflow. Okay, you got to understand the workflow, where to get ideas that are relevant for today. There's so many changes happening that people are doing case studies. They're sharing them on social media. They're sharing them on YouTube. They're doing case studies and sharing for free that are higher value than what a lot of people are buying on Warrior Plus from substandard products that were created to build a consumers list, a buyers list. Okay, and those people don't know any better. You can find content on YouTube, on Twitter, on LinkedIn that are actually case studies. How I did this, how I achieved that, how I did something. You can take that information and turn it into a tool. This is Curation 2025. Okay, so you never get stuck on the ideas. You learn how to build professionally, or professional looking apps. So you're not building professionally. It's just prompting, okay? But professional looking apps. More importantly, you're going to learn how to sell them, how to list them, how to sell them. More importantly, again, how to turn that into a digital ATM machine, okay? Because that's what it is. Every time you send a promotional email to that buyer's list, you make money every time. Okay, I've never had a time ever that I've sent a promotional email that I did not make money. It's just never happened, ever, ever, ever. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to do it as well. Okay, how much cost? Well, I use ChatGPT, it's $20 a month. I use Claude, it's about $20 a month. And I started to use another one that is $20 a month. Okay, you can do it with just ChatGPT, but it won't look as nice. You can do it with ChatGPT and Claude. It won't look as nice. It won't be as professional. So, you know, how much would this cost? I mean, from experience, I built tools that I paid coders 11, 12,000 to make that turned out not as good as this. And I waited weeks and I had arguments with them. And there's the stress, they ghost you. I had the tool I'm talking about. I did a deal with that developer at that time. Okay, it was a tool called Traffic Infinity. And the deal was that he would maintain the existing features, not any new features, but the existing features, if I gave him some profit share. Guess what he did when something needed fixed? He invoiced me. We did a product launch with Android Darius, and we had done $50,000 internal sales before we even got to that product launch. And we had done $50,000 on the JV Zoo or Warrior Plus launch. I can't remember which one we used. Okay, so it was a six-figure product. And he probably made from that about $10,000. Take away the PayPal fees and stuff like that. I gave him 10%. And he invoiced me. Okay, this is a problem with developers. They're hard to find. It's hard to know if they're any good before you pay them. They are moody. They can ghost you. They can disappear for days. They don't give a crap about customers. They really don't give a crap about customers. That is a pain in the ass to them. When you tell them you need tech support, they don't like it. Even though they've made money from it, they do not like it. Okay. ChatGPT AI, it's available 24/7. Something ain't working right, reprompt. It's 24/7. AI understands marketing. Okay. I tried to get a directory built. Okay, a directory tool built. I wanted to rebuild an old tool that we had that the developer ghosted me. He got flaky. He disappeared, left me facing the customers. Okay, this happens with developers. It's happened multiple times to all of us who have been building tools for any amount of time. Okay, this happens. Bonus tools that we were supposed to do, developer disappears. Then you ask him about it later, say, what tool? You've left me taking shit for you for weeks, and then you come back and say, what tool? This is the kind of crap you have to put up with, okay? You don't need to put up with that kind of crap anymore with this. You don't have to sift through a lot of fake applications for job posts that you do on Upwork or Fiverr. You just go and prompt, and you can come out with a tool like this in a day that would otherwise probably cost, you know, $10,000 and take weeks. You know, if that is not something that you want to learn how to do, okay, fine, this is not for you. But a lot of people are going to make a lot of money with this. And as people are spinning with the Lovable, with the Manus, with the Replit kind of apps, okay, as a lot of people are spinning, they're coming in and disappearing. They think, this isn't ready yet. I'll come back to it later, maybe, or just walk away completely. Okay, But what we got now is the ability that we can do so much more. We can just bypass all that pain, all that frustration, all that waiting time, all that money, all that cost, all the stress that comes with it as well. It's a huge amount of stress. If you're working with developers that are ghosting you at a time when you need them, when customers are waiting, it's not fun. It's really, really not fun. In fact, we stopped working with the developer that we worked with for 10 years because it was getting too stressful. No support when it needed. It's just horrendous experience towards the end. It got worse. It's like dealing with a bad teenager. And, you know, it's just unacceptable for somebody who was supposed to be a business partner, getting a very high percentage, not giving a fuck. Excuse my language. I had to stop. Now we got this. Okay, that's the old way. It's gone forever. And that means that people like me and people like you, as I'm going to teach you how to be, who are creative, who are not short of ideas. I can go and build 5 tools a day if I can get it out. I'm not stuck for ideas. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. But for people like me who always had good ideas anyway for tools, this is what I do. It's what I've done for over a decade now. This is why I call this Unshackled, because I don't need to put up with that crap anymore. I can go out and put these tools out on a regular basis without all the stress. And if I do need some kind of tech help, it's usually because something needs to be reprompted rather than walk on eggshells trying to talk to a developer who is moody or whatever. Okay, it's a whole new game. It's a whole new world. This is the difference. Okay, this is how you can really ramp up, make money, and build a good reputation if you follow the training. Let's see what else. Yeah. Outside of the list, it's 997. No, it's not going to be monthly if you buy 997, but it's only going to be for 3 months, which is going to be a bunch of workshops, a bunch of videos, training. And it will just be the how to build the tools, how to sell the tools on Warrior Plus. We're going to use Warrior Plus as an example because it's the easiest one for people to get started with. And then the 3rd month is the affiliate marketing stuff. So that first 3 months will be bundled into one product that I will be selling on the webinar circuit. For those who are members, that will not be a membership in the sense of they will see month 4, month 5, etc. It will just be a bundle of the contents of months 1 to 3. Okay, building to affiliate and promoting to your buyers list. Okay, just those 3 steps: build, sell, buyers list, promote with affiliate offers. And that's what's going to be 997. The people who are in the membership, then we're going to get into other stuff. We continue the journey, which is getting into things like AI agents. And there's probably going to be a whole bunch more stuff up between then, you know, now and then. As you've seen, things change rapidly on that journey. Just from being in the WhatsApp group, you will see stuff coming up all the time. But it's fun. It's really good fun. As long as we're getting results, as long as we're doing stuff that gets results. And sometimes you don't get results straight away. It doesn't mean you quit. It means you have to refine. You have to look at it and think, okay, here's what went wrong. And sometimes, you know, things come off immediately, but it's always going to come down to the core things that I'm going to be teaching, which is, you know, how do we go and build a buyers list. It's always the whole fight back traffic systems, even the free version, is always been about how do we build a buyers list. It's always getting to that point, just different ways to try and achieve it that we've been working on up to now. But this changes everything. It even changes the way I'm looking at the free version of what we're doing, because this is where we can really make a huge impact in a much, much higher quality way. Because, I mean, just look at this really high quality stuff. If people get used to seeing your name and associate it with high quality stuff, you're building that trust factor every time. You just need to learn how to do it. Okay, Maurice, if you're stuck, then Stephanie had set up on Product Dino. Okay. She will get you sorted when she is awake. She's in Europe right now. So it's probably about 3 o'clock in the morning for her. If you don't mind to wait a few hours, then you'll get access. Okay, and go through it in order. Okay, and attend the webinars this weekend. We will put the links for those live sessions inside the member area. Okay, where I'm going to be teaching this part here. We're going to cover the ideas again, where to get ideas. I need to dig into that more. That's where I see people getting stuck, and there's no need to get stuck. It's super simple. And then we're going to be digging into this to be able to build it this quality. Okay. Oh, you're now able to log in. I should have read the next message. Chris, yeah, nightmare. Developers, nightmare. A lot of them drink as well. And, I never drink at home. I don't know about anybody else. I just never, ever drink at home. But if these people are working from home, they're drinking from home, they're communicating with people they're doing business with while they're drunk, and they're being obnoxious and talking shit. And it's a freaking nightmare. Who needs that? Just you don't have any of that kind of hassle and stress when you're working with the AI. It's 24/7 available, instant fixes, understands marketing, understands the end goal when you tell it. Okay. As I was saying, I was wanted to build a directory site maker, and this developer said to me, "Which directory would you like to rank?" Huh? And then I wanted to build something else. What was it? I can't remember. It was something. It was very, very similar to that. Okay, it was like, which web page would you like to rank? And I'm saying I want to build a tool that builds directories. I don't want to rank a single directory. And you realize at that point, at that specific moment, that you're dealing with people that are going to give you an uphill battle because they don't understand marketing. They don't understand marketing. AI understands marketing. That is a major, major, major advantage. And one of the biggest advantages of working, apart from being less cost, apart from being available 24/7, etc., is that it actually understands what the end goal should be. And it will help you get there, especially if you play around with ChatGPT and you go in there. Just try it today, even if you're not coming in. Just try it today. Just say, I want to build a tool to do such and such and such. It will start coding. And then it's going to start to suggest to you new features. Okay, this also changes the way we work. Because instead of you having to think up these new ideas, then it's giving you ideas. Would you like to add this? Would you like to add that? Okay, and it will go and do it. But let me tell you, it's probably going to break. It's probably going to not work. But you can do it. And sometimes I do it just to get ideas. And it's suggesting things that I know how to do from experience in a different way. And so I think, you're reminding me of something. And then I can say, okay, I want to put this in my tool because I know from experience what did work, but it's giving you ideas all the time. Every single prompt that you put in, every single response you get out when you start building tools, would you like to add this? Would you like to add that? You can, take your tools further, but that's not what I'm talking about getting the initial ideas. Getting the initial ideas based on other people's expertise is what I'll be teaching over the weekend. Okay, so you never stop for ideas ever, 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 ever. Okay. And I've built some tools that I'm going to give to people as well. All right. How to do the promotion properly. Does this program show how to do the promotion properly? Yes. Yes. Both ways for selling the tools and also for your affiliate stuff. Okay. Same stuff I taught Stephanie. Okay. Especially for the affiliate stuff. She does more with affiliate marketing than product creation. But her last launch, which was the YouTube traffic formula, that is a system I taught her about a year ago. And she managed to go and do 800 sales on that launch. And most of those sales, I will admit, most of those sales came from both her and me. I think we must have done about 500 or 600 sales ourselves. But that's the power of having us behind you. Okay. Okay. So if you've got a tool that fits, you know, I don't know. Okay, let me try and come back a bit here. All of these product launches that you see, okay, let's go into Warrior Plus. All these product launches you see. I'll just refresh this page to get rid of that highlight thing. Okay, you got all these guys advertising at the top. This is the products they're coming up. They've got in launch or coming up. Okay, all of these products you see, all the affiliates are competing. They're all competing for the same offers. One thing you've got to understand is when you are selling on platforms like Warrior Plus and JVZoo, you are getting most of the time emails of people who are on multiple email lists. It's pretty incestuous that way. So if you've got a list of 5,000 people and this guy's got a list of 50,000 people, he's probably got your 5,000 people in his list. Okay. And when he does a promotion for your product, then you're getting people onto your list that are coming from his list that are on somebody else's list and somebody else's list as well. So these inboxes are getting hammered by affiliates to consumers who are every day checking stuff out. These people buy a lot. Okay, they really buy a lot. And all of these launches then become very, very, very competitive. It's hard to stand out unless you know how to stand out. Okay, it is really, really difficult to stand out. This one here, Traffic Pop. I bought this out of curiosity, and I ended up making a tool. It's about a traffic source. I won't say what the traffic source is. It's about a traffic source where he gets 5,000 clicks for $10. So I bought it for whatever, just over $10 or something. I read it. I got the traffic source. I went into Perplexity. And I asked Perplexity, has this got a good reputation? And they came back and told me, like, Scam Advisor gives it like 65%. So it's not perfect, but there's not huge amounts of complaints. I said, okay, give me another list of similar sites. At the end, I built a tool. I built a tool that you can put in your offer and it will tell you which one of those kind of sites. These are pop under sites, pop under traffic, but there's also push traffic, like push notification advertising that you can do on other people's sites. And then you got pop over and you got all these different types of traffic ad networks that you can use. Okay, that one there, it didn't have a very good reputation, but I found 4 or 5 others within that sort of type of ad that were good. But also I told it to create a list of others that would be suitable for the push ads and the pop over ads, etc. So I actually got a tool from this. And also in that product, he doesn't show at any point his results, okay, just in the sales page. But I took that much further. This is where you can take other people's ideas and turn them into tools, okay? This is the exact way that I do stuff a lot of the time. But coming back to this, a lot of this is really, really, really competitive, okay? Now, if you make a tool and that tool has been built with our guidance, and I know that tool is good, then me and Stephanie are going to be promoting it. It gives us an advantage as well, okay? So we can email and say, this is from one of our members, and this tool, I helped guide it to be as good as it is right now. Plus, it will continue to get better, okay? We recommend this. We're going to make sales for you. We are going to make sales for you. Plus, we will put a bonus with it to ensure that we do. Okay. So that's an advantage. Only if it fits our list. You might go and do something completely different. And I would just say to you politely that that's not going to sell to my list. Okay. But it doesn't mean you shouldn't build it. And don't build just because you want to get us emailing. And there might be a time where you've got 3 or 4 people have got tools ready at one time, and we can't promote them all at one time, but we can come back to it because there's no competition. But what we can do, if me and Stephanie promote then very good chance that if we promote together, that you will be somewhere in the top sellers just from us. Okay. Very good chance that will happen if the tool fits our list. Okay. We can probably, start to get your attention. This is where we can force attention. There's multiple ways we can force attention. That's probably the most effective way to force attention. Get that initial support, which you've got. If it's the right tool, bang, get in there. And you've got sales, you're in profit already by that point. You started to build a buyers list by that point. Now it's time to get attention from other people. This is how you get attention from other affiliates. And plus you start to rise up in the marketplace where it's got a big audience. Warrior Plus has got a very big audience in the marketplace. Okay. Okay, let's see. Yeah, developers are nightmare, absolute nightmare. But they will be suffering now. They will be suffering. Not all of them are bad. I'm not going to say, and not all of them are bad all the time. Okay. Some of them, what I find with them is the inconsistency. You will get a flurry of productivity from them, then they burn out and they're like a bad teenager for weeks. Just at the point where you need to be promoting, where you need to be marketing, to the point where you think, I can't really take this marketing outside of my existing audience because I'm expecting something to go wrong. I'm expecting we're going to have problems. And that's no way to build a business. You cannot build a business like that. And the reason why you don't want to take it out is because you're expecting problems is going to give you the bad reputation, not that person who built it, who disappeared. Okay, it's not going to affect them. There's someone in the background. And also when you are, when you advertise for jobs, a lot of these guys are really arrogant, obnoxious, and smug. They know how to sell their ability, but in a very obnoxious way. I only charge 5,000 for this and 7,000 for that. Well, now you're fucked. Excuse my language, but now you really are fucked. And I'm happy to see it. I'm happy to see that normal guys have got now a level playing ground, that you can go and generate the kind of apps that they would be charging $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 for in a day, where you can compete with the people with bigger budgets. You can compete with people who have got really high quality developers. Because let me tell you, it's not about the features, it's about how useful the tool is. Okay, there's a group on WhatsApp I'm watching. And this guy keeps putting every week, there's new feature, new feature, new feature. Feature based tools. I built a lot of them in the past. Okay, they come nowhere close to strategy based tools. Strategy based tools that get results, and they're doing the simple things very well. Do not have to be big. They just need to do what they do very well to get the result, to get the desired result. You can have a tool that's building more and more features. You might think that's appealing, but you're overwhelming people. You are overwhelming people. They're thinking, I give up now. I don't know what to do. This is too many of them. I'm confused. Okay. Focus on strategy tools. And this is why the way that we get the ideas for tools is really good, because we're taking the strategies from other people and we're turning them into tools. Okay, they can be single task tools, or we can make them more complicated. You can do both now from the stuff that I've picked up in the last few days. But strategy tools will always build your reputation faster than feature-based tools. And I know from experience. Okay, it's not about, oh, look at my tool's got all these features. Okay, it really isn't. It's about, my tool does this one thing, does it really well, gets results. That's what you want, okay? That doesn't have to be a big tool. For the feature-based tools, you're overwhelming people. You could probably have made 20 tools out of that. That were strategy-based tools and done them. you know, where the more focus was on that one specific strategy for each small tool, and done a whole lot more with it, made a whole lot more money with it, made a lot more and happier customers with it as well. Okay, so all these things, this is just experience from doing this for quite a long time. Do you need a WhatsApp account? Yeah, we're using WhatsApp. We're using WhatsApp because that's where we are every day. I thought about going back into the school platform. I don't even, you know, when you ask people to move, people are kind of settled in our communities now. They got kind of used to it. I think we need to stay in the WhatsApp. People are used to it. We've got our own. We started a new group yesterday because there was a whole bunch of people came in that hadn't paid, probably not realizing. And it was just easier for Stephanie to go and create a new group and invite people in. And anybody who does apply to get in, you're going to have to wait for her to approve you, because I was approving people. And some of them hadn't paid any money. So not intentionally for some of them, I'm pretty sure for most of them. Okay. Yeah, strategy and tactics. Strategy-based versus feature-based, similar to the business notion of strategy and tactics. Well, sometimes people are building feature tools, maybe through inexperience, even though they might seem experienced. Okay. Sometimes they're doing it to show off. Sometimes they're doing it because they see a competitor's got something, they think they should have it. Okay. I had people over the years multiple times try to copy the stuff that I was doing as well. Okay. And that's to be expected. But what they didn't understand was the strategy behind the tool. Okay. So they can never do them effectively because they didn't realize they were not feature-based tool, that they were a strategy-based tool. And if you didn't understand the strategy, the unique way that I did that strategy, it was always going to fail. It was always going to fail, and you're going to make yourself look stupid. Okay, because if you don't understand the nuance of the strategy, then all you got is a feature tool that really doesn't do a lot. It will do something, but without the sort of end-to-end strategy, you're going to get disappointed customers. Okay, it's got to have an end goal, but how we get there can be very unique at times, and that's how I started to come through. I always had those kind of unique strategies coming through. But you don't need that today. You don't need that. You can take someone else's unique strategies and you can start to work it into a tool within hours. Okay. So anyway, I think we've done long enough with this. I gave you some examples of some tools. I know people are still waiting for the AdvertMate bonuses. The reason why I've delayed it again is because I wanted to build more tools in this kind of style. Okay. I think we've only sent out 3 tools so far. There will be another 3 or 4 coming out today. I'm trying to build more with this kind of more professional feel and look. And I'm sorry for the delay, but you know, deliver something that's a much higher quality is kind of important to me. So bear with me. When you get it, it's going to be something good. Okay. All right. So I think we can finish up unless you get any further questions, any final questions. And if you came in and you are part of the premium membership now, then we're going to post some links into the new group inside WhatsApp for this weekend's training. Okay. So we're going to do more for the month 1, even though we're starting to come into the month 2. And month 2, we will do in a few days. Okay. We will do at least 2 sessions during the week. Okay. Enough to be able to get you to go and put your product on Warrior Plus, how to set it up, and what we need to do to get attention, to force attention on your offer, even if people don't know you before. Okay, we got ways to do that, some unique ways, some sneaky ways. Okay, all right, guys. So that's us. Thanks for attending, and I'll see you in the WhatsApp group. If you're not part of the free WhatsApp group, you really should be part of that. You really should join. I'll put the link in here before I go. I've got WhatsApp open here. All right? Yeah. Okay. You should join the free group. There's a whole bunch of stuff, and you get a good energy from it as well. It's a good vibe. And because we are basically on a journey. Okay, it's literally a journey, but this is real internet marketing. This is not overhyped bullshit. This is real stuff. Okay, so if you're not part of that group, you should join that group. Okay, there's nice people there. It's friendly, and we share information, sometimes free tools, and you know, you can get questions answered in there as well. Okay, all right, guys, thanks.